To the surprise of some Wall Street analysts, the stock market has done surprisingly well so far under Donald Trump, but Wall Street loves stability, and tough talk about tariffs raises fears of trade wars with China and Mexico, and then gives your broker heartburn. Kate Flexter is here with more. Kate.
Well, Alan, the experts I talked to were split about whether President Trump's proposals would be more beneficial or harmful to our economy.
It's a product called Steri-Straw, and for founder and engineer Shaywise Jarvis, it's a bit of a passion project. A passion only rivaled by his desire to keep his company in America.
Well, that's the only way you're going to make the economy grow, is to employ the people in it. And that was the concept.
That is, until he found out it's about 4.5 times more expensive to manufacture his product in the United States compared to China. And that's when he decided to move manufacturing overseas.
You do not have a choice, and that's why most companies have gone offshore.
That's exactly what President Trump says he's hoping to avoid as he looks to bring business and jobs back to America.
Companies want to leave. There are consequences.
The president already withdrew from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP.
Great thing for the American worker, what we just did.
And has promised to renegotiate the North American Free Trade Agreement, better known as NAFTA. Plus, during his campaign, he threatened to impose an import tax as high as 35% on Mexican imports and 45% on Chinese imports, to protect American jobs from unfair foreign competition.
China, which has been ripping us off, the greatest abuser in the history of this country.
But critics say that could spark a trade war that could hammer the very American workers and their families the president claims he wants to help. The cost of products typically produced abroad could soar for Americans if countries like China and Mexico retaliate. The Associated Press reports a 45% tariff on Chinese-made goods could drive up U.S. retail prices on those goods by an average of about 10%.
If it costs more to produce those things in America, then that's going to get reflected in higher prices.
USF economics professor Michael Snipes says tampering with existing trade agreements could have serious consequences.
Could lead to economic crises, could lead to crashes, could lead to inflation. There's a lot of things that could potentially happen.
But unlike many, he doesn't expect an all-out trade war, mainly because of the negative impact for both sides.
If we engage in a trade war, yes, it's going to have an impact on the United States, but it's also going to have a negative impact on China.
President of the Sarasota Chamber of Commerce, Kevin Cooper, says there's no doubt we live in a global era.
Whether you walk through any retail location, you look at raw materials that are coming into the area, there's definitely a connectivity in place, an interweaving between the economies of the United States of America and countries all over the globe.
That connectivity, says Cooper, means international decisions could have local impact.
There can definitely be an impact, but from a country standpoint overall, but then also trickle down to the local economy, depending on where those levers are tweaked.
Wise Jarvis says he's hoping to see those levers tweaked enough that bringing his company back to America is not only feasible, but also profitable.
They have to make the playing field fair, and I think this is a good start.
Still remains to be seen what further actions the president will take on foreign trade.
Kate, thank you.